What the fuck it is, YouTube? It's DMAXSUPREME back with another video, whatever you want to call it. And today we're making a video on the anime that a lot of people love, that Xavier Wolf made a project on, which is amazing, bro. That project was amazing, bro. I freaking love that album. I don't know if it was really like an album or a mixtape. I'm gonna say album. No. I'm gonna say album, bro. Cause that shit was a masterpiece, bro. So I'm gonna just label it as an album, bro. Xavier Wolf is a rapper from Memphis that basically blew up in the underground for real. Xavier Wolf's name at first was Ethel Wolf. Xavier Wolf started blowing up with Raider Clan. The members of Raider Clan was Space Ghost Perp, which is the leader, Young Simi, Amber London, Bones, Xavier Wolf, Denzel Curry, Nell, Eddie Baker, Jay Green, and Chris Travis. It was a lot more members, but I'm just naming the ones that was like pretty much really known, that is really known in the underground now. Xavier Wolf blew up when he was in Raider Clan, and that's where he started to get his buzz. He built his fan base and stuff like that. He started to like really take over on the underground, bro. You can't say nothing about the underground without putting Xavier Wolf in the conversation. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, like Xavier Wolf was really an underground legend in my opinion. Like he really did shit in the underground, like that ass, warehouse shows, all that shit. Like he did that shit. From him, like, end up building a fan base from Raider Clan and stuff like that. And we all know Raider Clan had broke up. He had started his own little clique, Hollow Squad, and he still claim it till this day. People still ride around LA, even in Baltimore. I live in Baltimore. People even ride around in Baltimore with the Hollow Squad sticker on the back of their car, for real. Like that ass, like that shit is fucking hard. Like I'll be like, yo, no. Like I'll be hella hyped when I see that shit. Yeah, Xavier Wolf still doing his thing for real. Still living, you know, he's still doing his thing. The anime that Xavier Wolf used for this album was Initial D. I don't know if a lot of people know what Initial D is, but Initial D is an anime that came up in 1995 and ended, say on Google that it ended July 29th, 2013. Because I guess like that's when it like officially ended, because they was still like doing games and making books on Initial D and stuff like that. But Initial D only had like I believe like 4 seasons. And I remember one of the seasons was like it wasn't even like a season, it was like a movie. I think that was like the 3rd season or something like that. But I believe Initial D had like 4 seasons. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to look it up on Google and it's not really showing it. But I believe when I watched it like 3 or 4 seasons. I believe. I think it was 4. Initial D was basically about a kid that had a father that was like basically like a drifter. Like he was, you know, drifting through the streets and stuff like that. A drift racer, I guess that's what you call it. And China is like popular with that stuff, like, you know, with cars and drifting and shit like that. They're really popular with it. So his father was like really famous for that. His father ended up like retiring from racing and stuff like that, and ended up opening a little restaurant for real, where you deliver food and stuff like that and have people eat. His son Takumi was basically delivering food for his father and stuff like that, helping him out with the job. His father used to put a cup in the car, like fill it up with water, and his son's mission was to not make a spill with the cup of the water that was in the car. And you know, like Takumi was drifting and stuff like that. He was drifting, you know, trying to get to the destination fast and stuff like that. So he was drifting through the roads and stuff like that. So like that was practicing him for like driving and stuff like that, and getting good with like driving and stuff because of the water. And it was pretty much like a challenge. It will make the job more fun to like do that and not make the cup spill. So one day one of his father's old friends ended up hitting him up and saying like, oh, we need you for this race and stuff like that. We don't have nobody else that can participate in this race. So he ended up hitting up his son and was like, yo, you gotta do this race for me, bro. You gotta do this race for me. Like I think he had a date like the next day or something like that. He was like, I'll fill up the gas for you and stuff like that, so you can go on your date and stuff like that. So Takumi was like, oh, bet, bet, bro. Like, shit, I need that full tank of gas. You feel me?
さ、今度の日曜車使っていいかな。
日曜？あ、ダメだ。
なんで？日曜は店休みじゃん。
商工会の寄り合いで俺が使うんだ。
マジかよ。俺どうしてもその日使いてえんだよ。あんなボロでもないと困んだよな。まずいよマジそれ。
ん？はは。さては女だな。
いいだろうな。だって俺勝手に乗ってくからな。
へっ、キーなきゃ車は動かねえよ。紐つけて首に下げとくかな。
汚ね
え。まあどうしてもって言うんなら考えてやってもいいが、条件がある。
条件？
明日の夜あの車で赤城最速とか吹かしてやがるガキを軽くひねってこい。アキナの下りでだ。
なんだそれ。
そうすりゃ車は無条件で貸してやる。しかもガソリン満タンのおまけ付きだ。
ガソリン満タン？すげえ。この条件はめちゃくちゃグラッとくるぜ。
So he went and did the race, and everybody was just so impressed because he demolished the person he was racing, and nobody knew him. Like, nobody knew him racing and none of that. Like, nobody knew him. And he wasn't in a, like, up-to-date car like how everybody else was. And he still demolished his opponent. So everybody was just surprised. So after that, he ended up joining the car club and stuff like that. And he ended up racing and, you know, doing his thing for real. And that's pretty much the anime. If y'all really want to watch it, though, I believe it's still on Hulu. Because that's what I watched it from. But if it's not on Hulu, then check Crunchyroll, Funimation, or VRV. Try to check one of those. You'll probably find Initial D, and y'all can watch like the whole, I think, 3 or 4 seasons that they had. And I'm like, for real, watch this anime. Watch Initial D. Initial D is a good ass anime, bro. Initial D is a great ass anime. Like, seriously, a great ass anime, bro. Please watch it. Xavier Wolf chose this anime because Xavier Wolf was a big fan of anime since he was a kid, and he said he ended up in the house just scrolling on whatever, I guess Hulu, and he saw Initial D, and he was like, oh, this look cool. So, and I'm saying that looked cool. He ended up watching it, and he ended up falling in love with it because, you know, Xavier Wolf was already in love with cars and stuff like that, and so the anime just made him fall in love. I'm not gonna lie, yo, watching Initial D, that made me fall in love with cars too. Like, I started just seeing cars in the street and was like, oh my gosh, bro. Like Initial D definitely made me fall in love with cars. Yeah, Xavier Wolf ended up falling in love with it because of, 1, because it's anime, and 2, cars. You feel me? What made this album so good? What made this album so good? The album is called Project X. It has 10 tracks on SoundCloud. But if you go on Apple Music or probably Spotify, I don't use Spotify, but I don't know. But if you go on Apple Music, I believe it'll only have 7. Because on Apple Music, it just has 7 tracks. But if you go on SoundCloud, it has 10 tracks. So, like, if you want to listen to it, go on SoundCloud and listen to it because it have 10 tracks. So, it's the full CD. So, yeah, just go on SoundCloud. But the 10 tracks are Noisy Tribe, Akia, Speedstar, Wolf Takahashi, First Summer Night, Wolf of Akia, 240s in the Sunset, Date Night, The Cause, Pedal to the Metal, and Nobody Reason. My favorite song is Akia Speedstar, Wolf Takahashi, First Summer Night, The Wolf of Akia, The Cause, and Pedal to the Metal. But my favorite 2, not gonna lie, is The Cause and Pedal to the Metal. And First Summer Night, that shit go hard too. But like I said, the songs I just named, they go so hard, bro. They go so hard. I love those songs. Like, I deadass love those songs, bro. And what made this project so good is that he made up his, like, own story. He made up his own story as, like, he was a character in Initial D. And it make you just sit there and, like you can deadass just like listen to this whole album and close your eyes and just like sit there and imagine just like the stuff that's going on, and you can just see Xavier Wolf as an Initial D character, and you can just see him like just doing the stuff that he's saying on this album. So to me, that's what made the project so like good because like every time I listen to the song, like I just daydream of Xavier Wolf as an Initial D character, just like going through the stuff that he's going through on a project. The feedback that the project got, it's good. It's like amazing, bro. If you look on SoundCloud, Xavier Wolf Project X, if you look at the songs, bro, all the songs got over 1 million plays. Every single song you look at got over 1 million plays. And I mean, to me, for a project, that's a W. That's a big W in my opinion, because bro, like not a lot of people can even hit 1 million views alone, bro. So like, bro, for Xavier Wolf to do this is major. And I mean, he already had his fan base and stuff like that, so it was going to happen regardless. Even one of the songs even got 12 million plays, bro. 12 million plays, bro. Like that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot, like, for real. So to me, it seemed like it got good feedback. And I remember him saying that like everybody loved the project. Like when he put it out, like everybody loved the project. And I believe him. Like, this project was really good, bro. Like, I still listen to this project till this day. Like, I love it. I love it. Like, this is one of my favorite projects from Xavier Wolf. Out of all of them, this is one of my favorite. Project X is one of my favorite projects from Xavier Wolf. First time hearing it, bro, I already fell in love. Based off of, like, that's the crazy thing. When I was first listening to it, I didn't even know what anime it was based off of. So, like, I was just listening to it, like, not really knowing what's going on. And, like, I watched the anime after I listened to the Project X. So that's when I started to, like, realize and look and be like, oh, snap. Like, oh, this is what he was talking about. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was crazy. I love this project so much because Xavier Wolf really, like, made his own story, like I said before, as if he was an Initial D character. Not a lot of people can even do that. Like, just make a own story and then make a song with it, and then the song bump with it too. Like, it's not even like it was a poetry. Like, he was dead ass rapping, but he was making a story at the same time. A lot of artists do it, but they don't really do it as good. But Xavier Wolf really mastered that shit. Like, he really did that shit and really did a great ass job with it. And he even put, like, clips. I can't play it on the video because, you know, copyright strikes and stuff like that. The label gonna take this video down if I do that. He even put moments from the anime in his songs. So it made me, like I said, I watched the anime after I listened to this project, and it made me, after, like, when I was watching the anime, I'm like, oh shit, this was from the song blah blah blah. Oh snap, that was from the song blah blah blah. You feel me? It really made me excited to watch the anime and really made me enjoy the anime like 10 times more, because I'm just remembering the project that I listened to. So it was really amazing. The best anime I ever watched just because of this project. Like, Initial D is definitely my #1 anime. I love this anime so much, bro. It's #1. It's #1 on my list. Thank God for Xavier Wolf making this project, because if it wasn't for him, I deadass wouldn't have knew nothing about Initial D, and I wouldn't have nothing to vibe to. You feel me? Like, but it's DMAXSUPREME out. I hope y'all enjoyed the vid, bro. And if y'all didn't know if y'all didn't know about this project from Xavier Wolf, bro, shit, check it out now, bro. Check it out now, and I'm glad I was the one that put y'all on. You feel me? But it's DMAXSUPREME out, bro. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content, bro. Peace.